Hi everyone, I hope you had a good week. I did not. The last few years, our channel has been using the documentary format to tell bigger, more challenging stories. We released a video a few weeks ago called The Forgotten Disaster of the SS Eastland, which was about a largely forgotten boating accident in Chicago. It took months to create. Our whole team and people outside our team, historians, volunteers, family members of the victims, put their whole heart and soul into making this documentary and into getting it right. So the video comes out and the response is better than we even hoped for. And I know this sounds hopelessly corny, I hear myself, but we were just so genuinely proud of it. And then, about a week ago, I got an email from YouTube saying our documentary was in violation of community guidelines. Now, this is not the same thing as finding out your video has been demonetized. Demonetization is a risk we run, speaking openly about death. We've been to that rodeo. I'm the queen of that rodeo. YouTube is not about the money for us, in the sense that Patreon and your individual donations have long since been the sole reason we can do this work. We never made all that much money from YouTube itself comparable to other channels. We're not a financial channel or a beauty channel. We just don't have the same advertising rates or numbers, and we get demonetized. Instead, YouTube is our distributor. They're our Hulu, our Netflix. They're how you and millions of others get the content. But when you violate community guidelines for various reasons, it means it's over. Your video is buried in a shallow grave, no one can find it. We went from just over 600,000 views to just over 600,000 views. The views stopped. Cold. It might as well have been pulled from YouTube. And if you're used to watching channels that may make multiple videos a week, you're like, whatever folks, let it go. But this was the video! This was it! This was months of work! So the reason we were given why our Eastland project had violated community guidelines was display of non-graphic dead bodies without educational intent, graphic law enforcement without educational context, and violence with blood and gore. Those of you who did see the video will know, none of that happened. We worked with the preeminent historians of this disaster, and nothing was done without educational intent. The whole point was educational intent. It's brimming with educational intent. And certainly no violence and blood and gore. YouTube does allow you to appeal this, and we did so, and got back an automated email that said, "We know this is probably disappointing news, but it's our job to make sure that YouTube is a safe place for all." Now, we do have a partner manager, which is something they give you with a certain amount of viewers or subscribers, but if you think we have a special bat signal to YouTube, no ma'am. We had met this person who was very nice, but has completely ghosted our multiple emails and pathetic pleas here. It's very likely she doesn't even work for YouTube anymore, and they just never told us. And there's no email, there's no info@youtube.com, there's no weekly audience with the king where I can bring my chickens and ask for mercy. It's a fortress. Imagine having a boss who you've worked for more than 10 years, probably made a fair amount of money for them as an employee, but you don't know them. You've never met them, until one day out of the blue they show up at your desk and say, "Your work has no educational intent," and I'm trashing it. To be honest, it hurts my feelings. And I know, why are my feelings hurt? These corporations are not your friend. And it's ironic that a major theme of the Eastland video was how big corporations are not looking out for you. But gosh darn it, I really love YouTube. And I love the freedom it's given me to create work that matters to me and my team on our own terms. Most of the time, I feel like I have the best job in the world. Like I have no boss and I do the advocacy I want how I want. And then sometimes I get too high on my own supply for living outside the system, and something like this will come along and remind me that I do live in the system. I live in a society, yada yada. To be clear, this is not a call to action. Don't tweet at YouTube, it won't work. They don't know who I am, they do not care. I have no delusions about that. My only hope is they care so little for us they won't punish the channel further for me saying this. I guess we'll find out. We'll f around and find out, as they say. Caitlin, what are you going to do moving forward? That's a great question. I'm not totally sure. Unfortunately, this happens to coincide with a time of big transitions in my life. After 16 years living in California, I'm moving to the East Coast. I was going to announce that more elegantly, but what the heck, let's do it now. Also, although this will happen over a longer period of time, we, meaning myself and Jeff, will slowly be handing ownership and operations of our LA funeral home Clarity over to an awesome young woman in Los Angeles while I potentially start something new out east. This is an effort to keep funeral homes small and local and owned by people who live in the community where it operates, which won't be Caitlin anymore. Gotta find someone else to push around Los Angeles. The hope is that in the long run, these are gonna be positive developments for me. But Los Angeles funeral home owner Caitlin Doughty was my identity for so long. And in this process of transition, the one thing that has felt really sure and really solid is the desire to keep creating these documentaries. And now that has been pretty radically destabilized as well. I am what the kids call going through it. And maybe what happened with our Eastland project, this violation of community guidelines, won't happen again. But we have no idea why it happened in this case. And there's no way to find out. And that's a wild risk to take when each documentary takes months to make. You know what I'm imagining to someone who's never seen me or this content before is that meme that's like, I can't read all this, congratulations, or sorry that happened to you. Here's what I can tell you. We have a more advocacy-focused video we're already in the editing process on, so we're gonna plow ahead and hopefully release that next month. And beyond that, we actually have no idea. We'll keep making videos and live streams for patrons because yes, Patreon is another corporation, I get that, but at least there, my bosses are you. If you don't like something or it's bad, you just tell me directly. I do just want to say to the people who care so much about the Eastland that we worked with on this video and trusted us, I am so sorry. Here is the one call to action. They haven't actually taken the video down, the link works. Please share it directly with your friends and people you know who love history and forgotten history. Thank you for your years of support. My whole team thanks you. We're not going to give up. We may walk around just angrily weeping for a while, but we will figure this out. We're going to tell our little stories, and no one, I mean no one, is going to stop us.